Alright guys, here at Tampa Fishing Outfitters today, and Justin here at TFO is showing me a really cool knot. It's a little complicated to tie, but the end result is really cool for tying braid to a leader line. And it's mostly used in saltwater, and I don't think anybody's really using it in freshwater, but it's maybe a knot that people will start tying. But we're going to have Justin here do a little demonstration of the knot, and he's going to kind of walk us through it here.
So the first setback of this knot, it does require a tool. It's called a bobbin tool or PR tool. So first we're going to load her up, start the braid. We're going to get it into the grooves so it can hold itself. And then we're going to load it with a couple wraps just to make sure it stays on there. Alright, so everything's nice and straight. And now we're going to start the wraps to the mono. So we're gonna keep the tag in on our left hand. I'm gonna wrap down, and it's based on how big your knots are and how much you want to wrap. So we're gonna start wrapping down. You're gonna start loose, and you're gonna get tighter as you go down. And then now we're gonna start to wrap back up. So let me set this up. Now to get it started, we're gonna start to wrap it back over itself, and once that's started, we're gonna wrap down. And this is the most important part. The tighter you get this part, the stronger your knot is. So we're wrapping down, and depending on what size your leader and your main line is, you're gonna make this longer or shorter depending on that. So about an inch long. Gonna pull out our PR tool. That leaves us with our tag in. Start to clean everything up here. So now, if you guys are familiar with your FGs, gonna kind of finish it off the same way. So everybody finishes it a little different, but I'm gonna do a half hitch. I'm gonna do alternating half hitches, just 3 of them. And then I'll do a risotto finish. And then we're going to start to cinch it. Now we're going to start trimming our tag ends. And these, you can trim as close as you want. For our big offshore guys, they always love a little bit of extra tag in on here, but it's not needed. This is a 100% line-to-line connection. It's not going to break or slip on you if it's tied correctly. And there she is.
That's finished product right there. It's kind of like an FG knot, right?
Yeah, pretty much the same thing as an FG, but way tighter, and it's even stronger than your FG.
So that took a little bit to tie. You want to go over some of maybe the advantages of tying that knot versus something that's going to be a little bit easier to tie?
So this is for going to, for more saltwater, you do your long, we call them long leaders. A lot of people call them long leaders, but they're actually, it's a top shot. But what it is your long, just an extra long leader for when you're doing your stuff in like 50 to anywhere from 50 to 200 feet of water usually around us. And it helps that knot go through your guides a lot easier when you're reeling it up and through the, like if you have a big fish on and needs to come through the guides, this is going to come way easier than a big uni to uni or a blood knot even. It's a little tighter than an FG knot, so it doesn't unravel. Like sometimes you'll have a FG knot after a long day, it might unravel on you. This isn't going anywhere on you.